Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Blues and the Las Vegas Raiders. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Here we go. 11.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, they didn't do a lot there to fool anyone. They just came right out and ran the football, but with great success. And that's the way you want to get things started. A nice quick opener for a big game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The Raiders at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by Waller out left side.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
A gain of 3. It's now 4th down in less than a yard.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. And just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Right there. Hey, grab him, 60.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Room here to run.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance.
Touchdown, Chicago! Saquon Barkley.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Blues are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Raiders 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Burrow. Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To the air again, Burrow. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Gun. Stop.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. On play action, they'll throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
If you're going to take a shot downfield, 2nd and 1 is a perfect time to do it. You figure you're going to be in heavy run defense, you should have good windows to throw it downfield.
It looked like there was something there right after the snap, but the defense able to recover. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And some room. Barkley hit in the ball, pops free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A first down carry for Barkley. And he loses the football a second time. And the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, remember, he had a fumble earlier in his first half and got saved, but no such saving here. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and as a coach and as a teammate, you're hoping that he learned from the first one. There was a lesson there, but obviously he doesn't have enough focus in order to lose it a second time. That simply can't happen if you're trying to win a game.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Julian. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Blues are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Raiders 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be...
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. It's going the other way. Inside the 20.
Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
21. Raiders 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And he's brought down all the way back in the end zone. My goodness, that's going to be a safety.
I've got to give them a ton of credit here because they're just refusing to give that other sideline any kind of hope. That safety not only kills the drive, but adds to a big early lead. In the way that this one's going, I would expect that lead to continue to grow in the ensuing possessions.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Second and 6.
Come 19! 55 yards!
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's short. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 33 yards that time.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Warriors 17!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Blues are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half.
Raiders 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Counter play with Jacobs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
On one, right?
Burrow looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Extra point safely through, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
11 empty, take. 11 stop.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Complete to number 7. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
11, Thomas.
Now Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
11.
Burrow will throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Jacobs going to try the middle. There's the stiff arm. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll set up to throw. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On the ball, now.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Blues get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now an option play on second down.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Raiders 3.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Here we go. Eleven.
Now it's Burrow. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Julian Love.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
103 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football.
Let's go now.
But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Blues look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Gun.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A great effort there. 75 yards.
And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays, give us a break? Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
The drive will start with an option going left. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Kayvon Thibodeau picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
I'm one, ready?
They go play action with Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
On the jump.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he'll spike it with 16 seconds remaining. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for our visitors, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.